Morning everyone, this is Chase for Saul. We're going to be talking about my comp that got somewhere close to about 11.5k. I'm going to be trying talking about it in broad strokes to kind of help you with your comp. Hopefully this could help you in getting a higher score, because I know a lot of us in the Trials of Reckoning boss battle, on the hard mode, or any of the other modes are trying to maximize our score. So let's go ahead and get into that. So my team basically is made up of Titus, who is my main anchor. His job is to revitalize. This unit that you have is going to be doing all the attacking for the most part, or dealing the damage. His job is just to move up here and basically move the Phoenix to come and attack one of my other units. Okay, Moore is has a job of killing all the ads on this side, on the left side, because they're all fire units, and she has one very big AoE that will kill the rest of them. Ildira's job here is to raise resist magic, because by doing that and moving her up here, the Phoenix will move into a position where it will attack Charlotte, and we'll take a look at that. She will cast Shadow Cast so that she gets, so like in the future, you know, she doesn't get hit. But right now, she's not strong enough to,
Let's have some fun.
Have enough evasion to dodge. But I think by level 120, she will. We're going to move her up here. Her job is to take out the ads on the right side. And so we're going to use Overclock or some other TMR to just boost her AP. Okay, we see the first attack Charlotte. So now he's in position. You'll notice here that Ildira and Titus no longer have to move. That was kind of the whole point of that. So now their job is to use Delay Buster, which casts slow. Now this only happens if you have a critical. And he almost always crits, but I've had those moments where he doesn't. Just keep that in mind. Build up his faith if you have to. And now that he's slowed, you now can just start whamming a bunch on him and build up that chain. Okay, so she still needs to do one more buff, and she'll use Heart-like Needles. And then we're just going to move her up here so then she can still do her Jamming Thrust attack. And now, like what you would normally do, is you start chaining. And they didn't have to move, so they're going to save a lot of CT, and we're just going to go through this very quickly.
I will steady the pace.
In this situation, because of my build, I have to move her and waste CT. In your other builds, you may not have to do that if your unit is slower. This is up to your discretion how this unit gets used. That's where you have to play with it a little bit. So now she's going to use Mega Charge, because our goal is to get as much damage as possible, and this does quite a bit of damage, at least for her level. If I get her to 120, there are other moves that can do, obviously, a lot better. We're actually going to do one more thing here. We're going to move her a little bit closer to Charlotte. I believe I can do it from here. No. One over. This is due to affinity. But like I said, it can be different for everybody. Point is, her job is to kill the ads. Okay, so now we're in this position. We're going to use Jack Shot, and that's just to increase the damage, because if you notice on my other moves, I can't maximize the damage. You have to keep track of his AP, because his final move is actually quite a bit costly, given how many other AP moves you're going to use, and you'll see that in a second. Okay, so now her job is to Jamming Thrust and do as much damage as possible. If we get lucky, we get some crits. Great. More damage to be added. Now we can move wherever we want, because they're not going to care where you go. They don't attack. So keep that in mind. Now that we've built the chain, I think we just use Water Blade and start doing some damage. And like I said, build that water/attack chain. You'll notice there, they did not attack. Great. So now we can start using Spear Shot. Spear Shot to save basically some ammunition. So I'm now going to finish off this unit right here. I'm going to use this because for me it just happened to be a lot easier to just kill the unit with this Esper. We'll skip the animation. Alright, another crit. We get lucky. Alright, now we're going to move her back and start stealing time. If you take a look at it, it's basically his turn next. Okay, so now we'll just start piling on some more damage. She will use Jamming Thrust again.
Meet your demise.
And then I'm going to talk about an interesting position here. So, like I said, they don't attack. If I move her exactly right here, she will now be able to attack these three with her LB. So if you have a more, I just want to keep that in mind. That's how you get the one hit kill. Okay, so we're still just going to be using Spear Shot. We have no reason to change the CT, not yet at least. But just keep that in mind that you can do that if you need to make changes to your build. Okay, so she will use Divine Grace. There's not much. She's done. She's basically done with the battle. So I'll just have her move over here just to waste some CT. Okay, so now she needs to steal time. We see that he's going next. Okay, and some people will move. You know, there are choices. In my build, like I said, it's different for everybody. I have to wait in order to get the CT to run properly. Okay, we're going to continue using Water Blade.
I know your angle.
So now he's almost dead. Now one thing I have to do here because of his how quickly his CT rises after he dies, I use Quick Hit Plus because I need it to get down. He is going to now recover CT very quickly. Okay, we're going to wait. Now it's her turn. She can now cast her LB. Very beautiful LB, by the way. She now kills everybody. Great. And then I'm going to have her move up. I have a future use for her for anyone who's looking for improvement if they have a similar comp. She is going to get one more move, and we'll talk about that in a second. So now she needs to steal time. So we've actually balanced it out where stealing time is almost about, you know, getting close to 97, 98. And we're going to remove it. So now that she's used all three of her moves, she's done. She can move over here. And she's no longer needed. Okay. So now, a lot of people might think maybe Quick Hit Plus is the answer. You want to use Delay Buster. I know there's still a chance because, you know, the percentage is based on the crit. But it's important because it actually slows down his CT generation more than Quick Hit Plus. Okay, we got it. Great. Now, we will continue building up the chain. He'll barely have any HP left. He'll have 4,000. Okay? If you can get closer to something less, you know, you'll do more overkill damage. She is done. So we could just move her over. And then I'll just keep using Divine Grace. She has nothing else needed to be done. Oh, and the music disappeared. There we go. Okay. So if I had a move that was instant cast, I would use an instant cast to heal because that would help. Fortunately, I do not. So that is a feature to consider to improve this a little bit. Because like there, you don't have enough time to do it. So then we just finish off with his LB. Okay. And that's it for the fight. We end up with, what is our total? Hey, we beat the record slightly, 11.5, there we go. Alright, I hope this helped you guys with maybe making your team. Let's go over really quick what the team comp is. You'll see I'm using a lot of the bonus cards. You can try using instead of more, you can use Summer Swimsuit Cutone. I think that is a very good unit that could replace her if you have that. you have time to do a lot of damage. And her job, like you'll see that with Moore, she still had another turn to use Cura. So you could totally, if you can't get all the units done, like I did with Moore, you can go out there with Summer Swimsuit Katone and then just take out the rest of the ads on the left side. I did, instead of using like Two-Headed Dragon or those other ones, I used an MR card. It doesn't really matter for her to get the attack up that high. I mean, this card is, very suitable for getting the damage. And you also notice here that if we go to this card, it's not even max. So you can see like this build has a lot of improvement to build up the attack to get something probably close to 12k in high score. As for some other cards, you want a lot of these water attack up cards. I mean, they're not only the bonuses, they just give all the stuff that you need for your team. Unfortunately, we can't use the limited evasion up effect, but I mean, sure. Would really like that for Charlotte. So this gives some nice bonuses. We also use these cards for the slash attack up, because our build comp is all slash attack based. And then, we have the actual good one, which gives 35. So, looking at this comp, what we could see that is kind of the key components is messing around with the agility. I have her with 6 agility. As she moves up to probably level 120, she probably won't need this anymore. I can move it to someone else. I could also put a different TMR on this character as well, or this could be Moraga in itself. Moraga also gives a pretty good bonus. So these are things to consider when creating your team. I wish you best of but I wish you best of luck is what I'm trying to say, building your team, trying to get as high score as possible. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.